Yeah, man, we back. Now today, we're going to talk about the brawl that happened down in Montgomery, Alabama. Today, we're going to talk about the WWE SmackDown that happened down in Alabama. Now, I can't play the video because I believe that's against YouTube guidelines. I'm going to get a strike on my channel. So I can't play the full uncensored video. Go look it up. I'm sure you probably already seen it. It went crazy viral. I'm sure you've seen it. So today we're going to talk about it, but I'm not going to talk about the fight in particular. I'm going to ask a different question. Because this lady, take a look up on the screen. She said this: don't hate me because I love the way that people came through for that security guard. But I want black people to start coming through like that for black women and the black LGBT as well. And as you can see, that tweet got over 800,000 views, 2,600 retweets, 13,000 likes. So let's get into it, man. It started a bit of conversation. And I'm going to ask the question on my channel. Brothers, should we protect black women who date white men? That's the question I'm going to raise. And as you watch the video, you're going to understand why I said that. Now, let's get into it. Let's take a look at some of the reactions on social media before we get into the whole discussion. Let's go. This lady said, can we just enjoy the fact that we came together and did what needed to be done? Why bring something else into it? Jeez, I agree. And when it comes to the subject of protection, you already know my opinion on things. I believe first and foremost, your first line of protection should be the men in your family. Okay. For some reason, I don't understand it. When I spoke about the Dr. Umar Johnson thing the other day, when Dr. Umar Johnson said that, black men need to step up and be a big brother to random kids in the community, I always say the first group of men who should volunteer in doing that are the men that have a blood obligation to that child. The father, the uncle, the grandfather, the godfather, the men who have credibility and authority over that child. That should be the first line of defense, the men in your family. For whatever reason, everybody wants to bypass that. They want to go around that. For some reason, people push back against me when I say that. When I say that you should go to the men of your family first for everything, for some reason, people, they start talking about, no, it's a village, it's the community, well, listen, I always say a community is nothing but a collection of families. So your first line of defense is the men of your family. But for some reason, when I say that, a large part of our people don't like when I say that. Why is that such a controversial statement? Go to the men of your family first. And then if you can't do that, then you can branch out into the greater community. But for some reason, they do not want to go to the men in their family first. It's like when I say that, a lot of people get upset at me. Why don't you want to go to the men of your family? Why don't the men of your family want to help you? Anyways, let's continue. This person said, this is a stupid tweet because you don't know who in the video could be LGBT and black women were also in the fight as well. Exactly. It was a stupid tweet, a typical tweet made to cause division amongst the different groups within our community. A lot of people are just sick in the head, man. I don't know how you see a video like that and the first thing that goes to your head is, how come y'all not sticking up for the black women's and the black LGBTs and the black transgenders? Yo, goddamn, can we just enjoy a video? Golly. Anyways, let's continue. This person said, black women are protected, just not to some of y'all specifications because some of you guys like to endanger black men. As for the black LGBT, many of them care about their sexuality more than being black. You can't expect racial loyalty when they don't practice it as well. Hey, that's a fact, man. The LGBT, they got their own thing going on. I don't speak on that on my channel. On my channel, I don't get involved in the whole discussion about LGBT. I don't care about that, bro. They got their own community. They got their own multiracial, multi-ethnic, multicultural community where they doing their own thing in their own world. I don't involve myself in that. Salute to the LGBT. I don't got a problem with that. I understand they got their own culture. I don't worry about that. Now, let's continue. This person said, here comes the ahistorical, I wish the black community would move like this if it happened to black women takes. Entire movements and riots have started due to black women being harmed in our communities. Just because you don't read or have the knowledge doesn't mean it's not true. Correct. And in fact, the brother actually continued. He went on to say this. Take a look up on the screen. One of the motivating factors for why Robert F. Williams started his black armed guard was specifically because he could not convict white men for the assault of black women. The Houston race riot of 1917, though there was a litany of circumstances that led to the racial tensions of this riot, the last straw was due to a police officer abusing a black woman and a black man being thrown in jail for intervening. And I love this brother because he attaches the literature as well. So salute to that brother. You know, like I say, man, a lot of these people are moving off emotions, not facts, not literature, not historical data, just whatever they personally feel, their personal trauma from their own childhood that they're projecting onto the entire community and the entire society. They really need to sit on a therapist's couch and not be on social media. But anyways, let's continue. The brother continued and he said this: the developments that led to the birth of the League of Revolutionary Black Workers in Detroit was the activism around the death of a black sex worker by the name of Cynthia Scott. Hey man, salute to that brother for the literature and the information. Like I say, man, when intelligent black men step in the room, all that BS, man, put it to the side, man. Put it to the side. Now, let's continue. Ronald Williams and Waylon Bryant of the Alabama Black Liberation Front rose to prominence because they organized around the forced eviction of a domestic worker named Bernice Turner in the 1970s. Now, one thing this brother has to understand, the average person is not spending time diving deep into history, literature, diving deep into the information, even though we have endless information available at our fingertips. The average person is very primitive. The average person is very elementary. They're not very knowledgeable. So he's coming with all this information and facts. She don't know nothing about that. She's going off her personal feelings. Anyways, let's continue. This person said, we give the gender warriors too much air. Some ideology should be attention starved out of existence. Our common unity is the only community that should matter. I agree. Now, going back to the original tweet, the reason why I titled my video, Should Black Men Protect Black Women Who Date White Men? Because this lady was calling for, oh, why don't we protect black women? Why don't we protect the black LGBT? We got to protect the black women, protect the black LGBT, protect the black transgenders, right? So I posed the question, should black men protect black women who date white men? Because typically when I hear somebody calling for protection, I'm assuming that the men are going to be on the front lines, right? I mean, I don't think it's going to be women and children on the front lines. So should black men protect black women who have pledged allegiance to the supposed group of men who they claim they're in danger from, right? Because one thing I don't like, you know, on my channel, I don't like I don't like the women who are so pro-black, pro-blackity black. If you've been following me for a long time, you know I'm very skeptical of those women. Whenever I hear a black woman coming around talking about I'm pro-black, black, pro-blackity black, black power, ungawa, black power, you know I'm very skeptical. I'm very skeptical because these women have a habit of gassing you up, talking all this race talk. Yeah, the white man. And then you find out she dating white men. She sleeping with white men. So why are you riling me up on this race talk when you out here dating and dealing with the same men who you claim is against us? So don't listen. I tell women all the time, don't gas me up with the race talk. Keep that race talk to yourself because I guarantee you're not even living what you preaching. You just trying to gas me up. You just trying get out of here, man. Get out of here with that race talk. I don't take none of you women serious on that race talk because I've seen the fraudulence way too goddamn much. And this lady right here, she got exposed as well. Another fake pro-black, pro-blackity black, but you out here dating white men. Yeah, we're going to talk about it today. That's why I asked the question, my brothers. Should black men protect black women who date white men? This lady right here, they dug into her catalog and they found a bunch of old tweets exposing her, man, unfortunately. Take a look up on the screen. Back in 2018, she said this: when I dated men, I would date white guys, but I don't think I would date a white woman. Now, this lady is part of the LGBT community. You know, just keep that in mind. But yeah, she said when she would date men, she would only date the European. But now she's trying to gas us up on this race talk. Oh, the black men, the black community, we got to come together for the black women and the black LGBT. But come on, bro. Like, stop gassing us up with the race talk, bro. I'm so tired of it, man. I'm so tired of the fraudulence and the fake shit, bro. I'm so tired. And it's because, you know why? It was because of that viral video, that Montgomery brawl. Because whenever something like this happens, all of the performative blackness comes out. All of the fake pro-blacks, the performative blacks, they want to feel like they're part of the crowd. Like when Black Lives Matter was happening, all the performative blacks came out, the fake pro-blacks. Oh yeah, I'm going down to the march. Bro, I'm telling you. That's why I didn't even make a video talking about that, because I know my people. I know the majority of y'all are just performative. You are not really about that pro-black life. A lot of y'all are just performative. You just following the wave. You just riding the trend. You are not about that life. You on social media talking about the Montgomery, smackdown, but you laid up with Brad right next to you. So please stop the performative blackness. Please stop it. Stop it, please. I'm begging you. Now let's continue. They dug into her catalog and found a bunch of old tweets. This one, she said this: I don't think white women are attractive, but I find white men attractive. So listen, brothers, they gonna gas you up on this race talk. You gotta protect the black women and children. Protect us. Come together for us. I'm telling you, bro, they gonna gas you up. They gonna be talking about the white man this, the white man that. Meanwhile, they dating the white man. Meanwhile, they chasing after the white man. Meanwhile, they got a history with the white man. So stop. That's why I tell y'all boys, I stay away from the women who are too pro-black. I stay away from them. I stay away because it's usually something nefarious behind the curtain, man. It's usually something up with those women, man. It's something. It's always something is dirty in the milk, bro. Something not clean in the milk. Whenever them women talking all that race talk a little too heavy, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. Just a word of advice from your brother: stay away from those women, man. I'm telling you. Now let's continue. This person said, and even if you're a lesbian, you're trying to get white men's attention. Why don't you ask white men about protection? Amen. That's what I don't understand. Like, do you know when you date somebody, when you marry somebody, when you are dealing with somebody, that is a political statement. That is you saying to the world, we share common values. We share a lot of things in common. We see the world in a similar fashion. And as a woman, if you pick a man that's worth a damn, you're going to be following that man's leadership. So you're gonna be following a white man's leadership. You're going to be immersed in the white man's community. You're gonna have a white sister-in-law, a white mother-in-law, a white family members. You're gonna have a mixed family. So you're gonna be diving deep into his community. You have to ask him and the men of his community for protection because as his woman, you are his responsibility. You are his responsibility. So the duty of providing and protecting now falls on his shoulders. It now falls on the shoulders of the white man, of the white community, right? So the white community has to protect you because the white community has taken you in. So I'm going to need the women who are currently dating white men, married to white men. Listen, when you need protection, you got to go to the men in your family. Just like I said in the beginning of the video, the men in your family is your first line of defense. Your father, your husband, your brother, etc., etc. So the white man that you married to, the white man you dealing with, the white man you sleeping with, you have to ask him, protect me. I'm under your protection, your leadership, your guidance, your stewardship. But for whatever reason, I never see black women who engage in interracial relationships ever make demands upon the white community to protect them. I don't understand. I think deep down subconsciously, they know that if they made that request, it would be dead on arrival because we don't have any historical or political evidence that white men are interested in protecting black women. But we do have political and historical evidence, just like that brother mentioned earlier in the video, of black men protecting black women from white men, right? Black men have protected black women from white men. So if we have documented history of black men protecting black women from white men, then subconsciously they understand that the white man is on the attack. He's on the offensive against your people. So you cannot ask somebody who's on the offensive economically and politically against your people to at the same time provide you protection. So that's why they don't even make that request, because it will be dead on arrival. It will be dead on arrival. It's not happening. So you run back to black men to protect you after you laid up with the white man. And I'm telling you right now, it ain't happening. It ain't happening, baby girl. Go to your family. Go to the men of your family. Go to the white man you sleeping with. Now let's continue. This brother said, right on time. So predictable. People are celebrating a great display of black unity, and here you have to come to try to sow division. You can't convince me that you aren't agents. If you think black people haven't shown up for black women and the LGBT, you are historically illiterate. Correct. Now, let's continue. She responded to a tweet and she said this. That tweet had nothing to do with getting white men's attention. But let's say I did date white men. Does that mean I don't deserve protection from black people? Oh my God. Okay, first question we gotta ask. If the black community is gonna protect you, who are we protecting you from? Okay, who are we protecting you from? Because the video, the Montgomery Brawl, was a white man had attacked a black man who was doing his job. So you want the community to show up for black women, show up for the LGBT against the same men that you are dealing with, the same men that you in love with, the same men that you sleeping with, the same men that's bending you over the couch. Hey man, listen, you bugging the fuck out. Let's continue. Now, because everybody on Twitter was just, roasting her and going crazy on her, she said this. Apparently, I don't deserve protection because I said white men are attractive. Now, listen, I don't understand it, bro. It's like, you can't rile people up on this race talk, talking about you gotta protect us. You gotta protect us when the white man is attacking us. And then at the same time, I only date white men and white men is attractive and I love white men at the same time. That's why everybody laughs at these fake pro-black women, bro. That's why nobody takes it serious, bro. That's why nobody takes it serious. That's why whenever a black woman comes around talking all that race talk, everybody automatically thinks she got a white boyfriend somewhere, bro. As soon as you come around with that black fist, black power talk, everybody thinks she got a white boyfriend because that's how y'all move, bro. That's how y'all move. Y'all talk this big race talk, big race talk. And meanwhile, you laid up with the same man that you claim is the enemy of the people. Man, stop it. Get out of here with that, bro. Stop it. Let's continue. This person said, nah, tell the white man to protect you. The fuck we gonna protect you from the people that you love for? Go seek therapy. Exactly. Why are we gonna protect you from the people that you love, the people that you want to be around, the people that you sleeping with? Why am I gonna protect you from the men that you want to attach yourself to? No. Ask that man and the men of his community to protect you, because that is traditionally what happens. When a woman gets married to that man, you become the responsibility of that man and his community and the men in his community. Ask your husband, ask your white boyfriend, ask his brothers and cousins, ask his uncle to protect you. Stop asking the black man to protect you, okay? The black man, we already got women in our family to protect, okay? We cannot take on all this, we cannot outsource any of this labor, okay? We already got our own responsibilities. I cannot be saving a bunch of women that's chasing after white men. I got my own sisters. I got a lot of sisters. I got a lot of cousins I gotta protect. I'm not taking on any extra burdens, especially when you're running around with the white man. Get out of my face, man. Let's continue. This person said, why would we defend a demographic that calls us the weakest link? And they pulled up another one of her old tweets where she said, black men truly are the weakest links. So honestly, brother, why would we protect somebody who's laying up with the white man, chasing after the white man, daydreaming about the white man, and then slandering the black man at the same time? Now listen, that's why I told y'all boys, I have a playlist. Go to my playlist section. It's entitled Black Men Should Stay Away from Swirlers and Divestors. And I told you this because the mindset of a black woman that can get in bed voluntarily with a white man, you know, we're not talking about our foremothers who had to be coerced and had to be put in certain compromising situations for them to lay up with the white man. I'm talking about the modern day black woman who voluntarily jumps into bed with the European under no force or coercion. Any black woman who could do that, I already told you, mentally, I'm cool, man. I don't want nothing to do with that. So this is the mentality they have, right? So why would we protect somebody who thinks so lowly of the black man and has the mentality to voluntarily volunteer to jump in bed with a white man? Why would he protect you? Go to that white man and request his protection, okay? Make a submission, put an application forth for his protection. Don't come to the black man, baby girl. I'm sorry. I want nothing to do with that. Let's continue. They ended up pulling up more of her tweets. Take a look up on the screen. This brother said, every time you mention black men, it's something negative. You basically admitted to hating black men. And they pulled up another one of her old tweets where she said this: it's hard not to hate cis hetero black men. They are so vile to black women. So the word cis het, I'm not really familiar with it. I'm pretty sure it's one of these terms that white folks created. And because, you know, black people, we go to universities that were established by white folks, we absorb the curriculum and all the terminology. So it's just one of these words that black people are just parroting that white folks created because we don't have our own independent educational institutions equipped with our own curriculums. So this is what happens when you send your children to these centers of learning that were established by outside communities and outside cultures. Your children come back home repeating a bunch of jargon, repeating a bunch of words and terminology that is foreign to our culture. Okay, I don't know nothing about that. I can almost guarantee that my forefathers, they were not using the word cis hetero black man. I'm pretty sure they did not use that word. I guarantee if you brought them back from the dead and you mentioned that word, they wouldn't even know what the hell you are talking about. And to be honest, a lot of the confusion and division that we have in the community is due to the fact that we do not control our own education and our own curriculum. We give up the minds of our children to outside communities and outside cultures, and then we act surprised. When we have a bunch of division amongst the population because we don't have a uniform curriculum that we are teaching the children. Now, let's continue. She came back once again and she said this: all the black men in my mentions with that screenshot of me saying white men are attractive, do you also say that black men who say they don't date black women don't deserve protection from black people? Now, listen, if men are the ones that are doing the protecting, I'm pretty sure that the man is going to be protecting himself and those around him and his loved ones. I don't think men are sitting around waiting on the women and children to come protect them. I don't know, maybe the men in your family, but you know, the men around my way, we're not sitting around waiting for somebody to come save us or to come protect us, because we are usually the ones that are called upon to protect those around us. We are usually the first line of defense for those around us. So I don't know which black man is asking for protection from the black community, because typically if a black man is dating a white woman, then it is his duty to protect and provide for the white woman that he is attaching himself to. So why is he going to ask for protection from the black community when he already has a white woman that he's protecting? So no. And one thing these women got to understand is this: the black men that date white women, they don't care about you dating white men because they off with their white woman. Typically the black man that's going to roast you up for dating a white man, typically the black man that's going to crack jokes on you for dating a white man is a black man like me. A black man like me who doesn't date outside his race. So yeah, I have a problem. A black man like me who doesn't date outside my race, I date black women primarily and exclusively. I have a problem with certain black women talking about, come protect us, please protect us, protect us, protect us. when you don't even have a firm allegiance to black men, number one. So don't come around to black men like me asking for protection and all this bullshit when you up here laying with the same man that you claim I gotta protect you from. Shut the hell up, man. Stop riling me up with that race talk when you don't even practice what you preach. You're not even about that life. You laying up with Brad right now. You jump out of bed with the white man talking about come protect me from the white man. Stop playing games, man. Yo, y'all play games with this shit, bro. And the reason why y'all play games is because, like I said in the beginning, it's just a trend for the most of y'all. Y'all not really about that life. You're not about that pro-black life for real. It's just a trend. It's a fashion statement. It's trendy to be pro-black right now ever since Black Lives Matter, ever since George Floyd. But y'all ain't about that life for real. That shit, man, get out of here, bro. Because if you was about that life, you wouldn't even be making the foolish statements that you have made, talking about how come we don't protect black women and the black LGBT. Because if you was really about that pro-black life, you would already have the basic historical and political knowledge to know that black men have protected black women for centuries from foreign invaders, from those who came to do us harm, from foreign adversaries who had bad intentions. If you were really about that life, you would already have that knowledge, but you don't, because you're a fraud. You're an imposter. So instead of trying to play games in our face, go to that white man you laying up with, go to whoever you laying up with, and ask their community for protection. Because the man that you give your body to, the man that you lay up with, that is the man that has a duty to protect and provide for you, okay? And to me, this just confirms my theory on why I say the mindset. This is why I just stay away from black women who date outside their race. Black women who chase after white men, I just stay away, brothers. I just stay away because I know their mentality is not compatible with me. You got to deal with all this nonsense behind the scenes. And why would I deal with a black woman who does not have her head on straight when I could just get a regular black woman who has her head on straight, who has never dealt with any outside race? That's what I'm into, man. That's what I'm interested in. I'm not interested in nothing else. Now, let's continue. This brother said, go get that white man to do it. I feel you, brother. Hey, all the brothers came on one accord. It was like, hey, man, get them white boys to do it, man. Get out of here with that shit, man. Get out of here, man. Man, take a look up on the screen, man. They started cooking her so crazy. She said this. Did that tweet say that I only dated white men? Because if that's what you got, you're stupid. Because I dated mostly black men. Okay, now she just lying now. Now you just lying, bro. Now you just lying, bro. That's why you got to stay away from black women that date outside their race, because they're liars. They're not honest people. They're not honest. They're not honest. That's another reason why you got to stay away, brothers. That's another reason why you got to stay away. Because we could just pull up the tweet from 2018 and it said this. When I dated men, because she's LGBT, she said when I used to date men, I would date white guys. That's what she said. She didn't say when I dated men, I was up with the black men. No, you said when you was heterosexual, you was dating the white guys. Now she had to double back and say, I mostly date black men. No, stop it. It's because black men came on one accord and was like, fuck out of here. Now, I'm pro black. I'm really pro black. Stop. But anyways, brothers, get into the comment section and let me know what you think. Should black men protect black women who date white men, right? Should we, protect them from the evil, oppressive white man that's oppressing them, and we need to protect them, the same white man they sleeping with, should we protect them? Should we provide protection to them? You let me know. Now, my opinion when it comes to, providing, protecting, all this shit. I think you should go to the men in your family for everything. That's what I'm always going to say to every single woman regarding anything that happens. Go to the men in your family for everything that you need. Because if you cannot go to the men in your family for everything that you need, that says a lot about you. That tells me a lot about your character. When you don't have a single man in your family who's willing to do anything for you, you must have burned all your bridges, man. You must have burned all your bridges. Because you know what I mean? Because I got many women in my family. I got a lot of women in my family that I will sacrifice my life for. So if you can't even pull one man from your family tree that will sacrifice it all for you, then you must not be a good person, man. If you got to go outside your family for everything, you're not a good person, man. You're not a good individual. I'm sorry to tell you. You definitely have some character flaws, some personality traits that are just not very pleasant, in my opinion. Now, anyways, man, it's your boy Never Card. That's Elaine back in the building. Yes, indeed. Cash app up on the screen, and I'm gone. Peace.
Reincarnated, I'm back in original fashion. I left on a horse and came back in the ass, and I left with abundance and came back to famine. We used to be pyramids, now we be rapping. Look how the mighty have fallen. Used to be running, now we be walking. When you be cooning, that's when they applauded. Selling your soul, your sons and your daughter. Gotta come up in this shit, they stuck in the mix. Really, my heart it be breaking. That's why I'm stacking that paper and handle my business. Pass it down in generation. Talking about money and power and building a nation. That's a deadly combination. Never be watching the TV, they pushing agendas. falsifying information. Know they got malice intentions. Step in the room and I'm feeling the tension. Enemy watching, he blocking my vision. Pay for the check cause I need my redemption. Building my kingdom, I need it protected. Ready for war like a young Money Congo. Never decided the team is the motto. Up in the crib and I'm whipping up waffles. Up in the crib and I'm smoking gelato. I'm chilling, I'm taking my pain and make it ambition. I'm blessed by the gods, but I ain't religious. I came for the power, they came for the bitch. They making no hourly wage, I got business. This is an art, and they could never be taught. Selling my soul, I can never be bought. Play with my money, I see you ain't caught. Run to the check and I do it for sport. Babylon falling, I go to the source. Packing my luggage and go overseas. Shorty be with me and she so elite. Shorty be chocolate, I'm calling her Hershey. Secret intelligence probably gon' murk me. Don't fuck with brands, cause nigga I'm Haitian. Say the wrong shit and you're smacking their faces.